Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get going here. Welcome to the Down Payment Resource Growing Your First Time Homebuyer Business webinar. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Tracy Hacker. I'm the Customer Success Manager here at Down Payment Resource. And I do want to let you know that we have several other team members from Down Payment Resource in the background that are ready and excited to answer any questions you may have along the way. If you could, please just make sure to drop your questions in chat, or I'm sorry, in the Q&A instead of chat, because chat's kind of hard to keep up with, especially with large attendances, and we don't want to miss anybody's questions and not get you the responses that you're looking for. So if you could drop it into Q&A, then they'll make sure that they respond to that, and then we'll have a little bit of time at the end as well where we can do some questions live. I do also want to let you know that we are recording this webinar and it will be emailed to anybody that registered for this. So look for that in your inbox within the next couple of days because it does take a while for that to process. So it should come through here in the next couple of days for you. So today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to start more conversations with first-time home buyers by sharing information that will help your buyers overcome their biggest challenge, which is the down payment. We're going to briefly explore the state of DPAs right now and look at the opportunity that first-time homebuyers present. But the focus today is really to show you how real agents across the country are using Down Payment Connect to enhance their marketing, expand their reach, and match clients to DPA opportunities and generate those leads. First, I want to give you a just a little background about who we are. Down Payment Resource, or DPR, as we go by, was launched in 2008 to solve a problem that really drove a lot of people in both real estate and mortgage lending crazy. That there was no easy way to find and track homebuyer programs that are out there. So, DPR developed an easier way to connect eligible borrowers with hard to find resources like DPAs, grants, MCCs, and other assistance. We provide tools and down payment assistance program information for real estate agents, loan officers, and ultimately the consumers to help all of you find and understand the down payment solutions that are out there for the buyers. So, today we're going to talk about one of the coolest DPR tools, which is Down Payment Connect. And some have said it's similar to like a Match.com, but for down payment assistance. So, that gives you an idea. Ultimately, what we do though is we help you to connect home buyers to the down payment help that they're needing. So today we're going to discuss the state of DPAs and their impact, first-time homebuyer market opportunity, educating buyers about down payments, enhancing your marketing to expand your reach, and I'm going to show you some Down Payment Connect peer examples, both in the slide deck and live. So let's start with the state of DPA programs. We publish a quarterly report called the Homeownership Program Index, where we take stock of what's out there across the country and look at the developing trends. So here's an overview of the types of homeownership programs that we track. 73% of all homebuyer programs are some form of down payment assistance. They come in many forms, as you can see, including deferred and forgivable programs, repayable programs, and true grants. Note, however, that most DPAs are deferred loans, and about half of those are also forgivable. We also track all of the affordable first mortgage programs, which can typically be layered with DPAs, as well as tax credits or mortgage credit certificates, and some other less common programs, but we're not going to touch much on those today. So it's a common myth that down payment programs are not available in a specific area. However, down payment programs are actually available everywhere in high cost markets, low cost markets, urban, rural. Every single state has at least a housing finance agency whose programs are available statewide. Plus, there are lots of other local programs in each market. The income and price limits are also market adjusted based on median incomes and median prices in that market. So you'll see higher limits and higher cost markets. And here you can see the states with the greatest number of programs, but there is literally no county in the entire country where some kind of help isn't available. So let's take stock of the current DPA trends in the US. Demand for DPAs is absolutely through the roof. DPA providers are increasing assistance amounts, income limits, and purchase price limits to help more buyers in today's market. And those DPA providers are expanding the eligible uses of their funds as well as inventory options. So, um, there's a lot of changes that have happened in the last year. I believe there's about 77 more of the programs that have been added within the last year. Um, and also, there are new state and local programs that continue to launch in markets nationwide. Currently, about 80%, or I'm sorry, 81% of all DPAs are funded and available. There is so much more attention on affordability and down payment assistance now than in many years. So these programs are widely available and they're not going away. Now, let's think about the mindset of first time homebuyers. They want to stop renting, but don't know what they can afford, and they don't know about down payment help. Oftentimes, they even think they need a bigger down payment than is actually even required. So right now, many home buyers are sidelined and just kind of waiting. It's a challenging time, and we know that navigating this process is never easy. So prospective buyers really need help with navigating that home buying process and getting approved for a home loan, understanding those down payment requirements, and then access to those down payment solutions. And then they also need help navigating a competitive market with the limited inventory. And ultimately, they need help winning their bids. And that's what we're here to help you guys with. In fact, in a recent study we participated in with the Urban Institute, which surveyed millennial renters, here's what potential buyers were saying. When they were asked what their biggest barrier to home ownership was, 68% cited the down payment as the biggest obstacle to home ownership. When they were asked how big of a down payment they thought they had to have in order to buy a home, 65% thought they needed 15% or 20% or more for a down payment. And when they were asked if they were familiar with low down payment mortgage options, 76% of them had little or absolutely no familiarity with low down payment mortgage options, much less down payment assistance programs. Many buyers really are mortgage ready, but they don't think they could qualify because of these misperceptions. They don't know that you can get an FHA loan with 3.5% down or a conventional mortgage with 3% or 5% down. And all too often, they don't know about DPA programs, but we're here today to start changing that. It's a confusing time in the market, and education is more important now than ever. Buyers need an advisor that they can trust. And then once they have that, they're going to tell their peers. So make sure that you're hopping on that bandwagon to be a part of that. So there's a chance you found out about this webinar through your MLS. And if your MLS provides down payment resource, we identify eligible listings within your MLS and match them to all of the available homebuyer assistance programs in that area. If you're an MLS partner with Down Payment Resource, here's a list of all of the different MLSs that we are currently partnered with. So if you see yours on this list and you didn't already know that we were integrated, then you'll want to check with them and locate the tools within your MLS. So we have agent and client portal listing reports, and we provide lots of matching tools and our Down Payment Connect and all of that for free through that membership. So check out Down Payment Resource, let your clients know what's available, and talk to your lending partners about which programs that they offer. And let us know if you have questions along the way, and we're happy to help with that. So if you have it in your MLS, you're going to find us by logging into the MLS, which the location is a little different from one MLS to another, but you can generally find us under products and services or external links. And so you can see a couple of examples on here with FMLS and Stellar, either that money sign logo, the green money sign logo with the blue check mark, or sometimes you'll see the full image of the down payment resource, the blue background and the house look with it as well. So, but look for those under those products and services or external links. And that's usually where you get us. Once you click on down payment resource, you're going to come to your DPR homepage, and your personalized down payment connect link is going to be waiting for you. And I'll show you how all of this works next, but this link is unique to you, and you'll know that because it ends with your first name underscore last name, and it's tied to your name, email, and phone number in your MLS profile. If you sign up for this separately outside of your MLS, this is the same kind of a similar landing page that you would come to where you have your own URL that ends in your first name underscore last name for how you set up on that. But this right now is showing you an example of within the MLS. So below your landing page link is going to be an overview of the Down Payment Connect tool and also a link to marketing resources to help you get started. And if you click on that marketing resources button, you'll also see that you have access to several graphics packages, including social media images, as well as customizable flyers in both English and Spanish. You'll also find training videos, case studies, reports, and so much more. And you can utilize these in your email campaigns, on social media, your website, etc. So, along with your Down Payment Connect link, you can use those to help increase your business while educating more buyers about down payment assistance. And I'll show you some examples in just a little bit of how agents around the country are using this in a few minutes. So, if your MLS was not listed earlier, we also have a paid monthly subscription to Down Payment Connect. And you can go to downpaymentresource.com/DPC to learn more. But Down Payment Connect offers you this personalized landing page where buyers can come, search for down payment programs where they want to buy a home, and connect back to you to learn more and take the next steps. Loan officers, you can also see all the programs in your market and control which ones display along with additional eligibility tools. So we have a loan officer version and an agent version of Down Payment Connect. So make sure you're signing up for the right one if you're not an agent that has it available to you for free through your MLS. So there is no limit, by the way, to the traffic or the leads you can generate with Down Payment Connect. So you can use it as much as you like in lots of different campaigns or education and things like that. A few things to note about Down Payment Connect leads. Are you paying for leads? No, you're generating your own leads in a creative new way with a unique tool. This is free for MLS partners with that, but with a paid version available elsewhere. It's just straight from our website that you can do that. So no one else gets your leads. They are yours and yours alone. So they're not sold, they're not copied and sent to someone else. They're not resold or anything like that. A copy goes to you and to the person filling out that eligibility search only. So they'll have a confirmation email with your contact information and some results from their search. And then you'll have a lead email that comes to your inbox that will have that person's contact information and all of their results there and links to all the programs that show up as a possible option for them. So now that you know a little bit about it, let's look at some fun and creative examples of how your peers all over the country are using Down Payment Connect to drive more business and educate more buyers about DPA programs. And we're going to visit some of these live in a few moments, as well as some different ones that I'm not showing on the slides here. So the first option that you have is to add a link to your website. Brian in Atlanta simply added a Down Payment Connect link and some basic content to his homepage, so it's among the first things a buyer sees on his website. What it does is it illustrates for prospective first-time homebuyers and others that he's focused on them too. This is a super easy way to get started with Down Payment Connect. You can also embed your link within your website. So Susan in Atlanta embedded her Down Payment Connect link on a buyer's page on her site. This is so that she can drive traffic to the lead tool while making sure that visitors never leave her website. They're not clicking on a link and going somewhere else. This has been a great way for her to help firefighters, EMTs, and other first responders in her North Atlanta market. We do give you instructions on how you can do both of these options by clicking on the Marketing Resources button within your DPR dashboard as well. Here's another example from Angela, who embedded the Down Payment Connect form into a new buyer's page on her website. And you can navigate directly to it in her website's main navigation up at the top where you can see down payment assistance. That she has embedded that link there and didn't have to draft any other content. It's literally people click on that navigation button and go straight to the eligibility link. So it's a super easy way to get started. Some agents, though, choose to offer a more educational approach. This real estate broker in Seattle has a section on his site called Advice for Buyers with a special DPA page. They educate buyers about DPAs, and the page ends with an embedded search for buyers to find what's available to them. This is a great way to give aspiring buyers a little bit more information along the way, but cap it off with the opportunity to find out which programs specifically that they can use to buy their home. This is one of our favorites and also includes a lot of educational content. Richmond Region Realty in Virginia created their own long form educational page on down payment assistance with several opportunities to click and go to their Down Payment Connect tool. They created their own branded educational video, explanations of DPAs and their benefits, and several links to their Down Payment Connect page throughout this. It's written almost like a short ebook or an article, and it dives into several topics of interest to buyers. But along the way, the buyer has several opportunities to engage with their Down Payment Connect tool, offering several opportunities for them to get that lead. So, Ronnie Berman with Richmond Region Realty was actually featured in Inman News for his successful Facebook campaigns using his Down Payment Connect page. Here's a creative use case from Raul, who is a broker in Austin, Texas. But I want to start with a question for you. What kind of homework or takeaways do you give to your new clients? So if you have some ideas or you have some information to offer, tell us in chat, share that with us. But what Raul did here with his takeaway is he created this 3-step checklist for his new clients. So step 1 is to address home financing and down payment assistance opportunities. We absolutely love this because one of our goals is for down payment assistance to be a part of the absolute earliest conversation a buyer has with their agent and lender, making sure the buyer is getting pre-approved or pre-qualified and also investigating DPA options. Raul helps connect those dots for buyers by doing this. And you can do that as well with creating a page like this and utilizing our Down Payment Connect tool. Optimizing your email signature is such an easy option, and it's presented to anyone you email. So you can see an example of this here with Sal in California, who includes his Down Payment Connect link in his email signature so that anyone getting an email from him, or really anyone they forward his email to, knows that down payment help is out there and can use Sal's tool to find available programs and continue that conversation. You can find instructions on how to do this in your marketing tools link as well on that Down Payment Connect homepage that I showed you earlier. Now let's talk a little bit about social media, right? Raul from Austin, Texas also created a great social media drip campaign where he identified and answered the top 10 homebuyer questions by video. He answered one question a week in video format and posted on his business Facebook page. Down payment assistance was one of the topics, and the call to action was his Down Payment Connect landing page. This is a great way to educate new buyers, but also to keep your audience engaged. Video content is such a great way to engage your audience. Marilyn also, on the bottom left here, is from Indianapolis, and she used Down Payment Connect and Facebook ads with great success. She came up with very simple calls to action and led buyers to her Down Payment Connect page. So make sure you're being creative with your social media outreach. Here are a couple other relatable social media content. So up on the upper right-hand corner, This one's kind of interesting because this is someone who is posting about a home that they have up, an agent that they have up for sale, letting them know that if you're looking to buy a new home but struggling to come up with down payment, there's a solution here. And this particular home they know qualifies for down payment assistance. So they're letting people know that, right? And then you can see that is all advertised right there within this link so that it's going to drive more interest for people who already know that they need to find a property that's working with down payment assistance, or maybe they don't know that about down payment assistance, but this is bringing it to light for them. On the bottom left, this one's kind of funny. I like this one because, first of all, they used a stock image from marketing content that we give you when you sign up or when you log in through your MLS. But they use that stock image that we have, and they put on here, saving for a house feels like climbing the half dome at Yosemite Park. But wait, down payment assistance programs can be your secret weapon. And you can see they've included their link right there in the verbiage in that post so that people can click right on the link, go to their eligibility search page, and be matched up with programs that could be a good fit for them at the location they're wanting to move to. Um, Megan here had actually some yard signs made for her DPA eligible listings and added a QR code so that it will direct people when they're at the property to her Down Payment Connect landing page. So right there, this is such a fun way to engage someone and think about them, like parked at the curb, dreaming of owning that home, and they see this sign, use the QR code and go straight to that eligibility search to see if they can um, be matched with some down payment assistance programs and possibly get that property. We love this also from Minnesota. The Barker Hedges Group launched an entire Facebook page that's dedicated specifically to serving first time home buyers. They have multiple explainer videos answering questions about saving for a down payment and for down payment assistance. They even cover a few local program examples, but everything is directed back to their Minnesota first time homebuyer website where they can search for programs. You can also see that they highlight real homebuyer success stories on their site. This is my personal favorite way to drum up business because we all love hearing a heartwarming story like this. So make sure you're highlighting these success stories too. You can see right here, they've posted, we would like to congratulate Jasmine on the purchase of their first home. And we love working with first time home buyers. And Minnesota first time home buyers can receive up to $12,000 in down payment and closing costs assistance loan, right? So in this congratulations post where he's highlighting this success story about how they've utilized down payment assistance and now they're actually in a home. Doing this is really going to help you connect better with tomorrow's buyers because it shows them that it's something that they too can achieve. Also, I do want to note for you, notice that they are co-marketing this page with their lender partner. This is such a great idea, whether you're doing it on a page like this or with a marketing outreach or an event that you're doing. Um, Co-market with partners, right? Because that's going to help you work smart with your DPA lenders who do these programs well and bring them into the fold to help you connect that specific buyer and help them along the way with their process. That same Minnesota team also posts educational videos for aspiring buyers. So this main video that you can see on the screen highlights how buyers can find a participating lender. In fact, all the videos this team produces are really actually short and to the point. As you can see with this one, it's like a minute long. And over on the right side, you can see they're all about a minute long. But keep it simple, and you can even break down DPAs into shorter videos and uh, make a series out of it, right? Sticking with social media, here's two great examples from Instagram. So Bo in Florida tells his audience about DPAs and to stop second guessing themselves. What a great message, really. Like just stop second guessing yourself. Just try, see what's available out there, what you can qualify for, what DPAs could help you get your foot in the door, even if you don't have a large down payment saved up and ready to go. John in California tells his Instagram audience that there's help out there for people who are worried they'll never have enough down payment saved up, right? Both of them are leveraging hashtags and use a tool like Linktree to add your down payment connect link to your Instagram bio. It lets buyers know that there's help out there and that you can connect them to that help. Here's also TikTok. We're noticing a lot more engagement on TikTok lately, and I definitely suggest this, especially for um, a lot of the younger generations are utilizing it a little bit more and looking into home buying and things like this. But what she did here is she did this quick little video on TikTok educating people about how to buy your first home in Texas using down payment assistance. Just a quick little video, informative, helpful, and we'll get lots of views just because of that, right? People like to see those videos. Here's also a couple of examples here. You can use LinkedIn and Linktree as well. I like this cute little stock image, which by the way is a down payment resource stock image of this dog because I'm a huge animal lover. And I think that for anybody that is can understand that when you see photos of cute little animals on the screen, it stops you. So Carlton here said, "Who says your furry friend can't have a say in your home search? Let me help you find the perfect home for you and your four-legged family member with down payment assistance options." What you can't see here is if you click on see more, his link is right there, so that people can click on that and go straight to his eligibility search page. So make use of these, all these different avenues. There's so much out there and at your disposal to help you get word out and help you drum up business and get leads in your inbox. So now we're going to take a little live look at some of the examples I already showed you, but also some new ones as well, right? And we're going to switch from that here real quick. Minimize this. Okay, perfect. So what we have up over here is Suncoast Realty Solutions. What they've done is they have added up here in the top bar or top banner under buy, you can see down payment assistance, right? And it takes you to a page, tells you a lot of information about down payment assistance. That down payment assistance link will get you straight to their eligibility search tool so that you can, or a home buyer can fill out that search and be connected with programs that could be a good option for them. Up next, I wanted to show you this one here. This is Sacramento. If you are up here on their top banner, you see down payment tool. They have created this page, or I'm sorry, you can go to the down payment tool here and it takes you straight to that eligibility search. But they also on their home page have some really good content here. So if you scroll down, you can see that they have guidance information, right? And videos and joining, information about trying to purchase a home, right? So they have a lot of information in here that can help, and one of which is down payment resources, right? And letting home buyers know that down payment is available to help them get into a home. But aside from that, they can also click on that down payment tool right here at the top and be on their landing page that has that eligibility search for people to fill out. Up next is another site where as soon as you go to this site, there's a pop-up immediately letting the people coming to visit this site letting them know that down payment programs are available. And it's a simple call to action, but it is very bold and very vivid because it pops up as soon as you come to this page, right? And there's an option here to click on this link and it's going to take you directly to their eligibility search tool. So that's another option there. And by the way, just so you know, I'm showing examples of both agents and lenders of how they're utilizing this tool. But keep in mind, you can customize these, even if it's if you're an agent and you're seeing options that are, loan officer and lender visuals, you can still incorporate some of these ideas and create them so that they fit your position and what you're offering to your customers. But here is an example on Mortgage Services Incorporated, where they have a page specifically to inform people about down payment assistance, right? So on here, If you see there's just this tiny little blurb, and this is all that's on this page. This is just completely dedicated to informing people about down payment assistance, but it's not a lot, right? They didn't choose to put a lot of time and effort and a lot of verbiage on here, but just mainly to call it to light, right? So it's letting people know that down payment assistance programs are available, and there's two calls to action right here. So first, you can see if you qualify for a grant, click here. And then it goes into a little bit of information about grant funds, and then it gives you another call to action to click here to go to that eligibility search page and see what options are out there for them, right? Up next, we're going to look at Angela's page. She's a loan officer with RWM Home Loans. And let me get this to go away. And on her page, so this is a common option for loan officers. There will be some form of calls to action, right? For if a home buyer is on here and they're looking at their page and are interested in buying a home, maybe they're ready to purchase, but maybe they're not. And in this case, she's had an option here for down payment assistance. So if they're not quite ready to start the purchase and they want to look into down payment assistance options to see if they can get some help there, you can click on this Find Assistance button, and you'll be taken to her eligibility search page where you can fill out those questions, which are, by the way, only about 7 quick questions. And it'll give them, or it will produce matches within our system for programs that are available not only for that buyer's specific details, but the area they're wanting to move to. Up next is Richmond Region Realty. So this is one of the ones that we talked about earlier. And if you scroll down here, they have this page that's fully dedicated. It's a lot of information for them. They decided to take a more in-depth approach where they have lots of information to give to these buyers. But along the way, there's several options here that consumers can click on this to go straight to their eligibility search tool and fill that out. So there's a call to action here, another call to action here where it says program search tool. So as it continues to educate them and give them some more information there, you're going to be able to click on any of these, right? Right here at the bottom, yet another one, right? And it says bottom line, down payment assistance criteria can vary greatly, so investigate the options for your situation. And it's giving them a lot of info here, right? That's another great option if you're wanting to invest and a little bit more time in an educational approach here. Up next, I have all these pop-ups showing up for me now because they've been sitting here waiting for a little bit before I started the webinar. Up next over here on Team Tyler Sells Homes, you can see that they use this same little stock image of their cute little puppy right here. And they have a page that's dedicated to down payment assistance help, right? On here, you can click on these call to actions right here in the image for if you're wanting to see that eligibility search results specifically for you. But you can also scroll down here and you can see a little bit more information about down payment, right? So what is down payment assistance? Where can you find it? There's a little video that they put on here, which you can also find. This is content that's ours that they have saved and utilized within their website. So this is available to you under all of that information when you log into your Down Payment Connect. And there are other videos as well that you can utilize. But what I like here at the end, not only do they have another call to action at the very end, but it gives you 4 very quick to the point action items, right? For what you do next. If you want to find out if there's down payment assistance options out there, to do so, click on the link below, enter your household information, get your results, and learn all about those programs. And then let's talk about the results, right? So it's just boom, boom, boom. This is all you have to do. And then we're going to start having this conversation, right? Once again, they left it with that link right there at the bottom. Here's Patrick with Embrace Home Loans. So this is how they have decided to display their link. So once again, another common situation where loan officers might have a few call to action options. Get a quote, apply now, but also this down payment money is available. Let's see if you're eligible, right? So this is his specific page for him, and people can click on this link and they're going to fill out that eligibility search, and those results are only going to go to Patrick and to the person that's filling out the application. Up next, Bob with Allied Mortgage Group. There's another option right here where they've got the apply now. If you look a little bit down below, you're going to see find out if you're eligible for down payment assistance with our easy to use search tool. You can click the image or click on check your eligibility, and you're going to be taken to his specific eligibility search page as well. So, up last are a couple of different Facebook options that I want to show you. We talked about a lot of social media ones earlier, and this is another example where it's so short and sweet and easy to do. Shayna had done a post that says, down payment money is out there and let's find it. Use my Down Payment Connect page to find programs that can help you save on your down payment or closing costs. Once again, she left her link right here. This goes straight to her eligibility search tool. And anybody can fill that out, right? So anybody that's looking at her Facebook page can be presented with that. It's super easy. There are so many images. She used another one of our stock images here. So you can use images that we have. And you can also follow us on social media and share things that we post. But just make sure you leave your personalized URL right there in the verbiage of your post and share that away. Get some leads. Up last right here, what she has done is she did a series, a multi-part series for future home buyers, informing them about different parts of the home buying process. This one is dedicated specifically to down payment assistance. And you can see this video she decided was not a short video. This is it's little over 9 minutes, right? This video that she has here. And it's going to be a little bit more in-depth, a little bit more informative, not the quick little 1-minute videos like we were showing with some of the other examples earlier, but it's going to be a deeper dive into it, right? And it was a whole series she did. But if you look over here in the overview, she's got her link so that people can fill out that home buyer, the eligibility search for the down payment assistance programs that are available in that area that they're wanting to purchase, right? So she's left that right there. That's another great example of social media, right? Using these videos, I think, are just so fantastic right now. Everybody wants to be able to watch a video and learn and move on, right? And learn quickly. A lot of people are really doing a lot of investigation, a lot of education prior to making that step to buying a home. So even if the person reading or watching this video isn't quite ready yet, this is still informing them. This is still educating them along the way so that when they are ready, they're going to remember that they watched this video from her and how helpful she was and could go back to her at that time for some assistance. So, all right, I'm going to switch back to this slide deck here for you. And we're going to move on to a few more slides before we finish up here. So, just so that you know, in my role here at Down Payment Resource, I speak with agents across the country and loan officers regularly, and I'm learning how they're using our tools in these ways to help aspiring home buyers. I want to let you know, don't be afraid of down payment assistance options, but instead use it as leverage to help you stand out among the rest with this helpful advantage you have, because not everybody is knowledgeable about this in the real estate or lending market, and utilizing our tools can give you this advantage that makes you so that you are the expert that people want to turn to when it's time for them to purchase a home or refer other people to when they know that you're so educated and helpful in this matter, right? So here's a quick recap of the ways that I've shown you that can assist you in this endeavor, as well as maybe a few other ideas that we didn't talk about. So first is your email signature. I can't stress this enough. This is so little lift. You can do it so quickly. It's a one and done step that really can have a lot of impact, right? Because anybody that sees your emails or will see that down payment assistance is available and be directed immediately to your eligibility search page. So make sure you add a graphic or hyperlink text instead of just putting the URL there, because that's a little bit more eye-catching and calls people's attention a little bit better. And you can use those under our marketing resources content when you log in. If one of your listings is eligible, make sure you market that listing with program information. We saw an example of this, but make sure to highlight that programs are available at that property. If you know the assistance amount that's available there, you can highlight that. You can even print out program information and have it available at your open houses for those properties. Facebook ads also allow you to target your specific market, and they give great reports on the number of clicks, the views, lots of information. But it can help you test the interest in the content that you're producing and that you're putting out there. Make sure to also add your Down Payment Connect link as your Instagram profile link. In your Instagram post, you can direct buyers to click the link in your profile. You can also use educational content. It's such a great plus. Buyers are doing more and more research, like we talked about in advance, and use keywords like down payment help and whatever city name you're in, right? Many buyers are going to search for things like down payment assistance in Richmond or down payment assistance in Orlando. So make sure you're utilizing that information in there, those keywords. You can also add a first-time homebuyer section on your site. So many people have a for buyers page, but make sure you're really speaking to that audience that you want to reach. So use things like first-time home buyers or new buyers on there, right? You can use explainer videos on your website and social media, and that can add a lot of value. Everyone is just so busy that the videos just make it so much easier to take in the information. And there are so many ways now that you can record and easily edit your videos to be able to pump those out there. Make sure you also host some virtual homebuyer events. And if you do that, co host with referral partners. So as an example, if you're an agent and you have a loan officer that you have a great partnership with that's experienced with down payment assistance programs, see if they want to join in with you in hosting these virtual home buyer events. It can be educational. You can get lots of leads for both of you and kind of team up together to get the word out there and get those leads in. Also, don't forget along the way to reach back out to your target audience through some ongoing drip marketing campaigns. Because some of these buyers may not be ready, but by sending valuable information, connecting them to other home buyer education or resources that can help, you'll be top of mind when they are ready. Sometimes it's a bit of a process, right? They're doing a little bit of research first before being ready to really take that plunge and really dive in. The more information you're putting out there, the more outreach you're having with these people, the more you'll be at top of mind for them when they are ready. Finally, make sure to leverage the experts available to you. Remember, you don't have to be an expert in down payment assistance. Lean on your HFAs and your lenders and partner with those. So, here are a few tips. Find participating lenders for each program in the program details section. When you receive these eligibility search leads, in your inbox, when you get those emails, make sure you're clicking on those links and looking at who the participating lenders are. If you don't, or I'm sorry, if you already have lenders that you're working with, check with them. See if they work with down payment assistance programs. They could already be doing it and you just don't know, right? And then you'll know who to refer these home buyers to. But you can also create um, more relationships if you look at those links and you're able to see the different approved lenders for an individual program provider as well. Make sure to connect with your state and local HFAs, nonprofits, and employers to find out what resources they might offer for agents and what other classes they offer. And on any of your website content, blog, social media, any of that, make sure to highlight information about local programs and remember to use those keywords we talked about just a few minutes ago. The other thing that I like to suggest is taking a first-time homebuyer class to get content ideas for first-time homebuyers. Most of these down payment assistance programs do require that the homebuyer attend a homebuyer education class. It does usually have to be HUD approved, so I always suggest making sure that they're HUD approved classes when you inform your home buyers about that. But you can join in with them on one and see what they're learning and then what they're interested in and what kind of feedback you get from them. That way you can educate yourself along on that process and use that as leverage for future people, future home buyers that you're working with. We'd love for you to join our growing Facebook group called Down Payment Insiders. On there, you can join over, I think the last time I looked, it's over 13,000 real estate agents, loan officers, housing counselors, and even DPA providers. And they're on there, they're discussing best practices with DPAs, first time home buyers, working with lenders, learning from each other, marketing ideas, so much information that they're sharing back and forth. And you can just listen in and learn, or you can participate in that dialogue and also engage with your peers. It is also a really great place to network and connect with loan officers that offer DPAs in your market. We're always being asked where agents can find loan officers familiar with DPAs to partner up with. And this is such a great place to do so. I am certain that while I have been chatting away, we have had several questions about that. We always do because we know that that is a need, right? And this is a great place to do that as well, to find those um, other lenders and loan officers that you can partner up with. Mel, if you haven't already, can you drop that link in chat for everybody so they can copy that? You probably already have because you're on it. Lastly, I'm going to finalize here with introducing you to a couple of successful agents that have used DPAs that we actually met on our Facebook community pages. So that's how we found out about them. So Raul is somebody that we spoke about earlier. I think I showed a couple of examples of his posts and his campaigns. He's a veteran that understood firsthand the challenges that other veterans face with home ownership, and he decided to become an expert on DPA programs that are specific to veterans in the state of Texas. He did a lot of research and he spent some time diving into them, right? And in doing so, it helped him understand the programs really well and now utilizes that knowledge to assist other veterans who are looking to purchase a home. Amber Bennett on this page also works with her peers, and they're all first time home buyers. She decided to dive into the details of DPAs so she could become an expert that home buyers can turn to for reliable guidance on the ways in which they could get into a home without having to have a huge down payment saved at first. So she made it her niche and found LOs to partner with who were like-minded and worked with DPAs really well. They were really comfortable and knowledgeable about it. So, like Amber's clients, DPA customers become customers for life. Make sure that you're telling these stories, guys. Help them, and they're going to refer you forever to their family members, their friends. I can still remember the agent and the loan officer that helped me the first time I purchased a home. And those relationships and those situations and your ability to guide them and inform them and just kind of take that lead and being somebody that they can rely on and count on sticks, right? That ingrains in their brains and on their hearts really, and then they're going to continue along the way to reach out to you for their second home or for later if their family members need to buy a home or friends and they need some connections on an agent or a loan officer to work with. They're going to refer you guys, right? So doing that becomes top of mind, right? And if you're here, you can probably relate to these DPR power users because they're both really aiming to serve their own communities well. In these cases, they're new buyers and veterans, right? And they saw the real need in their market, and really they're being a hero to their clients by helping them along the way and being that useful tool and wealth of knowledge they can rely on. Okay, so I've thrown up on the screen here our contact information. Mel, if you can drop that in chat as well. But you can reach us at info@downpaymentresource.com if you have any questions after our webinar finishes today. If you think of anything over time and you need some help, or if you're signing up on your own, not through your MLS, and you need some assistance with that, just reach out to us. We're always happy to help. And you can also find quarterly and monthly reports on our website. So, some of the information that I pulled and showed you earlier in this slide deck showed some reports that we release every quarter. So, coming up, we'll be having our Q4 um, home ownership index report posted probably in the next few weeks. I would assume we'll have that, and that will be uploaded in there. And so keep an eye out for those kinds of things. And thank you all so much for joining us today. So Mel, we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch to some live Q&A here. Mel or anybody else on the team in the background, is there anything that question wise that we should address or any trends that we should discuss?
Yeah. Hey, Tracy, this is Mel. We've had some incredible questions, tons of great questions. A couple of things that I'll point out because we always get asked if we are recording the session. So just to clear that up for everybody, in case you missed anything, we do record the sessions and we do send out the recording as well as the slides. Everybody should have those in your inbox probably tomorrow. If for some reason you do not get a copy, please email us, let us know. We're happy to send that on. And then for me, we had Mark in chat ask some specific questions. So since I promised to answer live, I was going to go ahead and take a stab at that. Mark, first you ask if we're going to answer specific questions, which I think, as you can see, we are doing, and we're happy to continue to do that. I will ask if you guys don't mind using the Q&A feature to ask your questions. It's just so much easier for us to keep up with you over there. And we don't want to miss anything in chat. But going back to Mark, Mark asked, how is our program different than traditional down payment programs that are promoted by lenders? Does that just provide, or does this just provide awareness to the public that there is a solution for down payments? So great question, Mark. We are not a down payment program provider. So I'll go ahead and clear that up. We are more of a, we are not more of, we are a database of down payment programs. And we're really a tech company. We work with MLSs, we work with lenders, and we integrate our software with theirs just to make down payment access to down payment programs a little easier. As for agents, we do integrate with MLS software and just trying to build awareness of these programs, trying to essentially get more home buyers into homes. So that's the short answer to that question. But if you have any other specific questions, please let us know. And then tell me, is the marketing material available in other languages other than English and Spanish? If not, is there a plan to incorporate other languages for this program? Again, another great question. We do not currently have anything available in other languages other than English and Spanish, but I will ask if you have a special request, shoot us an email, let us know. We have other things in our queue, but we're happy to take feedback. We're happy to take requests. So please email us at that address that Tracy has on the screen and let us know what you need. Is that down payment assistance program, a landing page that you referenced, something we can sign up for through our MLS portal? So I mentioned before that we do integrate our tech with MLS partners. It's not something that you would sign up through your MLS portal, but if your MLS is a partner, then you would have access to our services through your MLS. So you would have access to Down Payment Connect, specifically the landing page that you're mentioning, through your MLS if they are a partner. And Tracy, do you have in this presentation a list of our MLS partners? If not, I can.
I definitely do. Yeah.
I do. I
While,
put it
while you're
in the answers a few times, but I can repost.
Okay. Yeah, just so so Mark, we do have a list of our MLS partners. If you need that, if you want to know if your MLS is a partner, we can certainly help provide that. But with that partnership, you definitely have access to Down Payment Connect, or you can use it as a subscription service as well. Can you co-brand with the lenders you recommend to the buyers, or do the lenders have to create their own landing page? So you can't technically co-brand. The lender would need their own landing page. Each Down Payment Connect is personalized to you, or we do have brokerages that have one subscription, for example. So they will set up, but The leads have to come to one email address. So if we have a brokerage that signs up for Down Payment Connect as a brokerage, and then they just have one email address that all the leads are filtered to, and then they have multiple people working on those leads, or they have one person they filter the leads through, however you want to handle that. But to answer your question specifically, I don't think you can't really technically co-brand with lenders. Your page would be your own, and then if a lender wanted to have a Down Payment Connect page, it would be their own. And then lastly, you mentioned about,
Mel,
yeah,
real quick, I do want to interject on there and let our agents know that if on the other end, if you are partners or if you partner up with a lender that happens to be an enterprise customer of ours, that utilizes the consumer facing tool on their own, you can co-brand with, or you can share URL links so that the leads come to both of you. You would just have to reach out to that lender and see if they can adjust their link so that it can send the leads so that your leads can go to them as well, right? So they can share their link with you so that you can produce that out there. And then the results go to both of you all the time. Anytime somebody clicks on that link, it will go to the loan officer and the agent that are sharing that same link so that you guys can work on that together. But that is only something that is available, I believe, only something that's available with our lender partnerships, not with Down Payment Connect individually. So go on, Mel.
thank you, Tracy. Sorry about that. And then lastly, Mark, you mentioned the ability to use stock pictures off your website program. Is there a concern for us as professionals to be in violation of copyright infringements? No, not at all. Any pictures and any stock images that we use on any of our marketing resource has been paid for. So we have the rights to use those images and share them as needed. So there's no worry or concern for you to be in violation of copyright in any way. So I apologize to the rest of our team. I took up some time there, but I wanted to make sure that Mark's questions got answered. So I'll hush for now and answer some questions in the background if anybody else has anything they want to mention.
Thanks, Mel. And real quick, I do want to answer a couple of questions here, and then I'll give the team a chance to chime in. But I do see that Jasmine, you put in a question in chat about how do you apply a filter for DPA eligible homes within your CRMLS page. And there, first of all, if you are a member of an MLS that's partnered with us, you don't have to do any steps to make it so that the eligibility alert will show up on your listings, right? That's already happening behind the scenes. You don't have to do anything on your end as an agent to get that turned on. But if you're trying to filter properties to find specific properties that that are eligible for down payment assistance, know that it can't be like commercial properties, or it can't be used for land and things like that, right? So it has to be a residential property. There are programs out there that will work for multi-unit properties as long as the buyer resides in one of the units, and as long as it doesn't exceed four units with that property. Now, not all programs do that, but there are some out there that can do that. So just make sure that you're looking for filtering for properties that are residential, that also are within a certain range, right? Like you're going to want to look at properties that aren't, crazy expensive homes that are obviously not in need of some home buyer assistance and things like that, right? So if you can minimize your results that way, you're going to see them a little bit better. Also, I see that, Will, you noted for me to answer a question live for Sheila. You had asked to please repeat how to sign up with us through your MLS. And Mel kind of already talked about this, but I wanted to make sure to note that you don't need to sign up. And that may have been actually the one you were commenting on, Mel, but I wasn't sure if that was the right one. But you don't have to sign up. Your MLS signs up with us. It's already there, ready and waiting for you to use if you're a member of an MLS that we're partnered with. So you don't have to do anything. Just log into your MLS, look for down payment resource for those links, and you'll go straight to it. And also look for us within the listings for those flags on the listings. So kind of actually usually look like a money sign logo with a check mark is usually how those look. What about, I can go through the list of questions, but if anybody on the team has something specific you want me to address, please chime in.
Tracy,
Okay.
I'll monopolize conversation one more time.
Yeah.
Because Mark's keeping us on our toes over here, and I love every second of it. But Mark, I just wanted to say thank you for the lovely compliment, and especially for you, Tracy. He gave you a nice compliment in chat. But Mark, I wanted to say he mentioned he's with Real MLS, and we have I don't know any details yet, Mark, but I believe we're being featured maybe as a vendor spotlight in February. So I think we have a session coming up with them. So just make sure to stay on the lookout for that. I was typing it, but then I thought it would just be easier to say it. But stay on the lookout for that information so you can attend that as well, because that is going to get into more details about how we work inside your MLS. So sorry, Tracy, I just wanted to mention that.
Nope, that's perfect. And you are right, Mel, it is coming up in February. So I don't remember the exact date, but keep an eye out for that, Mark. And thank you for the compliment. I'm glad that you've enjoyed everything that we've presented to you guys today. So we are at time. And I see that there are still some questions going on. I'm going to try to like hammer through a couple of them really quick, but anybody that I'm not able to answer and get that information to, or the team isn't, feel free to drop your questions into an email and send them to the info@downpaymentresource.com, and our team will be happy to help them outside, or help you with those questions outside of this webinar. So a list of lenders by state or county that are registered. We don't have a list compiled of lenders to be able to distribute to anybody, but you can, when those eligibility searches are done and you get those results in your inbox, each of the programs that are showing as a potential program for a buyer to use will have a link. And if you click on that link, it's going to take you to a page that you can click on that says approved lenders, right? And you can see the list of approved lenders by that down payment resource or down payment provider. It's specific to them, but you'll be able to look off that list and find some of them and reach out to them that way. And it may be different from one list or from one program provider to another. So keep that in mind, that not all program providers have the same approved lenders, right? Which link should we use to add our signature? Oh, that went away. Oh, no, there it is. Which link should we use to add to our signature line, the landing page link or the client search link? So you're going to want to use the link that when you sign into your Down Payment Connect, either if you click into it to go into your MLS through your MLS, or if you sign up for it individually for a paid subscription, you're going to come to a landing page and it's going to say, actually here, I can go back to it real quick. But it will say that you have your URL and it ends in your first name underscore last name. That's the link that you're going to want to send to people right here. The one with the green square or rectangle around it. This is the workforce resource, and it's going to end in your first name underscore last name. That's what you're going to want to send to people so that they will click on that and go to your eligibility search page. Agent versus LO setup. Marketing materials are all the same. All that's the same. It's just that if you're a loan officer and not an agent, you're going to want to be able to have a little bit more accessibility to be able to approve of which programs you want consumers to see that you can work with them with, right? Because not all loan officers and lenders can work with all of the same programs. Each lender has a list of programs that they will and won't work with. So this allows you, if you use the loan officer version, to specifically select which programs you want your home buyers to see as an option, right? And but everything else for the most part is all the same. You get the same marketing materials, like marketing resources and things like that you can use. It's just that customizable option, and you do have to do a little bit of work with that to be able to approve which programs you want them to see before using your link and distributing it. You'll have to approve of those. So I think I've caught them all along with the rest of our team. That's answered everything. So I'm going to go ahead and close this up. I'm sorry we ran over a couple of minutes, but I hope that everybody has gotten your answers. If there's anything that you still have lingering that you want answered, or you think of something after the webinar, please feel free to reach out to us. And remember, you will be getting a copy of this recording, including the full slide deck. so that you can watch it over and ingest the information. We know it's a lot of information you're taking in all at once, so you can do that at your convenience as well. So I hope you all have a fantastic day. And as a final little note, this is my birthday today, so it's been fun to hang out with you guys on my birthday and have a little party. I hope you guys have a great day.